So I did your lesson on dumping losers
Mm-hmm.
and I understood everything. It was
Yep.
fantastic, except for the dumping losers, and I've been practicing it. I've been doing it on BBO,
Mm-hmm.
on the like practice sessions and things, and I
Yep.
find it really good. And I've got to, I think this is my personal analysis. I don't like very slow bridge players. I've got a fear of becoming one of those very slow bridge players. And I don't think I plan it well enough. And then I also don't see the plan.
Mm-hmm.
So what I've done is I've saved a couple of hands that went down.
Yep.
And I don't know if the contract was wrong or whether I'm just not seeing the correct thing. So it would be, can you see my screen?
Yep. I can.
Okay. So,
Yeah, with the planning, I mean, ideally, you would spend 30 seconds to a minute to plan the hand. And then once you've got your plan, you should be playing quite quickly because, you know what you're doing. Okay, I'm just going to play trumps till they're all gone, and then I'm going to be setting up diamonds or whatever it is. So I know it's hard because you feel pressure to play quickly, but it's better to take the time at the start and then play quickly than to play quickly the whole time, or to play a card, then think, play a card, then think, play a card, then think. That doesn't really make sense. Better to actually count all of your losers, make your plan, and then once you've got it, you can kind of just go boom, boom, boom.
yeah,
Obviously, depending on what your opponents are doing, they'll hold you up a little bit, but you should have a pretty clear plan after the beginning.
yeah. So I do think that I have to work on that. But
Mm-hmm.
so this board I've got here, which is so we can actually see what I did,
Yeah.
this bit here. Um, so I was west, and the contract was four hearts.
Yep.
And when the hand goes down, I would have a look and see I've got a loser in spades,
Yep.
nothing in hearts.
Nope.
I've got two, maybe one in
Yep. Two in
clubs,
clubs.
and one in diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
So four losers. Um, and the plan.
What was the lead? It might depend on what the
Okay, yeah.
lead
So
was.
the lead was the king of spades.
Spades. Okay, so that's unfortunate. If they had led the king of diamonds, you'll make the contract. If they lead the king of spades, you probably won't make the contract now. So,
How can you tell that?
so if they lead the king of spades, you'll have to take it with your ace. And now let's think about what you can do to try and get rid of losers. I don't think you can do anything with the spades. Hearts, you had no problem at all. Clubs, you can try and play towards the king of clubs and hope that it wins. It's kind of like a finesse. So that's a 50% chance that that will work.
Yeah.
And diamonds, you can't get rid of that diamond loser. So if they lead the king of spades, you're just going to basically draw trumps and play a club up towards the king and hope that it wins. And it won't work on this hand and you'll just go down. There's nothing you can do.
Okay.
And with the ace of clubs being there.
So so obviously we've got three hearts. So if we draw trumps, we will then be void of trumps in the suit. In the dummy, would you waste, oh sorry, not in, yeah, okay, they're all Shaz T, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So would you waste a trump to dump your spade loser? Oh no,
It won't
point
work.
of being in that hand.
It won't work, no.
No.
So I would only draw 2 rounds of trumps because after you play 2 rounds, the opponents will have run out and you'll still have 1 left in the east hand and 5 left in the west hand. But no matter what you do, you can throw away some spades. It's not going to work to get rid of a spade.
Okay.
But
so that's just a good lead.
That's just a good lead. Well, I don't know what the auction was. Oh, they had bid and raised spades here. Now, if they had led the king of diamonds, can you see how you can make it now?
Okay,
if they lead the king of diamonds.
They led the king of diamonds.
So assume it goes king, 2, 3, ace.
Yep.
Now tell me what you would be thinking of doing.
Okay, so
now there's a good chance you will.
Oh, my finesse to the jack will work. Is it?
Well, it's not really a finesse anymore. So if you say the king of diamonds is gone, the 2, the 3, and the ace, the only big diamond left is the queen. You've got the jack and the 10 and the 9 and the 8.
And the 9, of course.
So
of course.
Let's just say you draw trumps. Well, you play 2 rounds of trumps till they're gone. Yes. And now you play your 10 of diamonds.
Okay, I hadn't seen that.
Yeah, North can take their queen.
Yes.
But now, even if they switch to the king of spades, it's too late. You can win with your ace, play a heart across to the king. So I would have kept that king of hearts there. And your 9 and your 8 of diamonds will be good. Or actually your jack and your 9, doesn't matter. They're all the same. You can play 2 diamonds and throw away a spade and throw away a club.
Yes.
So that's because if they lead the king of diamonds, the king and the ace are gone. If they lead the king of spades, you can't do it. So you'll just go down.
Sorry, low flying helicopter then. Okay, yes.
So yeah, there was nothing you could have done as it turned out on the king of spades lead. Your only hope is play towards the king of clubs and hope that it wins.
Okay.
But it didn't, so you'd go down. I'd go down too.
This one.
You must be quite tech savvy to have put this up here with, all shads in all the hands.
Yeah, I was in IT for many years.
I see. So you had no problem.
Yeah. Okay, so this hand.
Oh, this is so funny because you're playing against my fiance.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Shane H.
Oh, okay.
So let's see. 1 club, double, 1 spade, 1 diamond, 2 diamonds.
Yeah, 2 diamonds.
Yeah, you might be a little bit heavy for 2 diamonds, but you are quite balanced. So I think it's okay.
Okay. Trying to think why did I bid to,
well, partner made a take-out double, so they promised at least 3 diamonds.
Yes.
If not more. So it's a bit of a shame that you're in a 4-3 fit. You could consider bidding 1 no trump, but you don't really have a club stopper. So
the question is, should I really pass? Because
no, I think you're definitely right to bid. You've got 10 points. When partner doubles, they're showing an opening hand. So I definitely want to bid with your hand. You could either bid 2 diamonds or you could consider doubling back, which is a bit of a weird bid that you probably wouldn't have learned yet, but it's kind of like...
my mum has told me, yes. It's saying I've got the other ones, yeah.
Yeah, well, your partner said that they have spades, hearts, and diamonds, and you're kind of doubling to say like, oh, I don't really know, you pick, partner, kind of thing. They've asked you to pick, and it's kind of saying, actually, no, you pick. Bit of a weird, but 2 diamonds is fine. I think 2 diamonds is perfectly reasonable.
Okay, so we were west, east. Yep. I was west.
So do you want to click and see what the lead was? I'm guessing it might have been a spade or the ace of clubs. Okay, so it was a spade.
Okay, so do you want to talk or?
No, you go for it.
So I'm going to lose the ace of diamonds, definitely. I will lose 2 clubs unless I'm very lucky. That's 3.
I'd say definitely 2 clubs.
I'll lose the king of hearts. And I will lose the queen of spades.
So that's 5. So it looks like you should be making this contract.
Maybe it was your fiance's fault.
Maybe. Well, he doesn't have the good hand this time. It's his partner. So let's see what you did.
Okay, so I don't actually know if I can make this bigger.
Diamond to the queen. That looks good. And north ducked, which is also good. What do you do next? So this is an error here. So playing out the Jack of Hearts gives up your chance of getting rid of a heart loser. So you can see here, this heart position is a finesse. So ideally, you want to be playing, when you do play hearts, you want to be playing from the west hand towards the east hand. So you started the hearts on the wrong side.
I know that. I don't know why I did that.
So if you do play from, I mean, there's no guarantee that it'll work, but on this hand it would, because north has the king. So if you play hearts from the west side, you'll win all 4 heart tricks. Okay. So I think there's probably no rush to play a heart now. I'd probably just keep going with the trumps. So you started on the trumps. I would keep going on the trumps.
Okay. So did they lead a trump, did they?
No, so you won the first trick with the Jack of Spades.
Oh, yes, and then I drew trump.
And then you played a diamond towards the queen, and it won. I just play another diamond now towards the Jack.
Okay.
And then north would probably take her ace now. She might take some clubs, and she might even play another club and make you rough, but you've still got trumps in both hands, so you'll be okay.
Okay. All
so
right.
What I'd be thinking on this hand is, I know I'm going to lose 2 clubs, nothing I can do about it, but I want to draw trumps because it looks like they've led a singleton. Because actually we know they've led a singleton because of the bidding. So if you remember, north opened a club and south bid a spade. So we know south has 4 spades.
Yep.
We've got 4. Dummy's got 4. That means north only has 1 at most, and they led it, so we know. So I'd probably try and draw trumps. And with the first trick, you did well playing, 10, 3, small, Jack. If you notice, the cards that remain now are ace, 9, 8, opposite king, 6, 5. You can actually win all 3 spade tricks without losing a spade. Can you see how? Later on.
So ace, 9, 8. So again.
And the 10 and the Jack are already gone.
Yes. So now, when I know that that's a singleton, if I play through south, whatever they play, I can go over.
Exactly. Yeah. It's kind of like a finesse again, but this is what we call a marked finesse, because you know where the cards are.
But I have to be honest, I wouldn't have actually thought, they bid a spade, so I wouldn't have worked out that singleton. I would have had a feeling it was a singleton. So you're
doing amazingly considering you learned in May. Honestly. So, but yes, you can see it would go later on, say king to 8, then you play the 6. I'm assuming Shane would play the 7, then you could just play the 9. But if he did play the queen, he wouldn't, but then you could play your ace. So whatever he plays, you can just cover.
I do love it when you get in that situation.
Yeah.
You just play and you think, oh, okay. And then they haven't played and you play your ace and they have to put their king down.
Actually, on this hand, even if you weren't sure if it was a singleton, you'll work it out, because later on, if it goes king to 8, north is going to throw away a card, and then you'll know 100%. So you should just lose no spades, and you're going to lose no hearts. You'll lose your 2 clubs and you'll lose a diamond. So you can actually make 10 tricks.
So what makes you decide to play the king first rather than the 5 through to the ace?
Just the fact, the auction, that would be the auction.
Okay. So
also, if you look at North's lead of the 10 of spades, do you know much about leads? What the 10 would normally indicate? So
they have it
normally the
flat?
10 would
Yes.
show the 9, like 10, 9,
Yeah.
like top of touching honours, or it would be a shortage, like a doubleton or a singleton. And here you know it's a shortage because you've got the 9 in your hand actually. So they can't be leading top of touching honours 10, 9 because you've got the 9. So from that, because the fact that it's a 10, and the fact that South has shown 4 spades, that would tell me North has only got 1 spade.
Could they not just be leading their highest of their partner's bid suit?
Well, the partner has bid the suit, so they've got 4, so they can only have 1. But if they had, say, 10, 5, 3, they would normally lead the 3 anyway.
Okay.
If they had a doubleton, let's say they had 10, 6, then yes, they could lead the 10, top of a doubleton. But if they've got 3 or 4, they'll be leading a small one.
Okay.
Because 10 is like an honor. Ace, king, queen, jack, 10, they're all honors, really, even though the 10 isn't worth a point.
Okay.
But yeah, you started well playing on trumps. A lot of people don't like playing trumps when they don't have a fit, if they only have 7. But if you've got 7 and there's nothing better for you to do, I would still draw trumps.
Yeah.
But yeah, the main thing was do the heart finesse. After you've drawn trumps, do the heart finesse from the west hand towards the east. Yeah, I'd play 10.
I don't know why I did that. I know
North
that.
could play 3, and then you could play small with the east hand.
Okay. This one.
Okay, so you're in 4 hearts, and let's see what North led.
Oh, I've put 6 hearts because someone made 6 hearts.
Okay, well, they shouldn't make 6 hearts.
I'm pushing myself to like, why did we get a low score? Because someone made 6. Like, I don't think I played this well enough.
Well, if someone made 6 hearts, it's because North-South made a mistake. So North-South can take 2 aces, and there's nothing you can do about it. So you shouldn't make 6.
All right. So they led the 3 of diamonds.
Yep, so that's 4th highest. And see here how it's the smallest one, even though he doesn't have, so the 10 is kind of like an honor. So he's just leading 4th highest. So this is a good pair you're playing against North-South. So 3, queen, king, ace. Okay, so talk me through how you'd be planning this hand.
Okay, so we're going to definitely lose 1 spade. Not worried about the hearts.
Nope.
1 club.
Yep.
And shouldn't lose a diamond.
Yeah, well, you've got 3 diamond losers, but you can get rid of them. So see, like your jack is the biggest diamond left, but you've still got 3 little diamonds. So you need to make a plan for what you're going to do with them.
Okay.
So
because do you always assume that you're going to have drawn your trumps out? You're not going to have trumps in that hand too?
Yeah, when you're counting losers. So the reason why I count that as 3 diamond losers, because if you do draw trumps, then you're going to lose those diamonds. Whereas if you see, oh, I've got 3 diamond losers, you might trump those losers before you draw trumps. So, and that's what I think you should do on this hand.
That's my problem. I think I count and I think, okay, I've only got 4 losers. That's fine. But they're only losers whilst you still got the trumps there.
Yeah, exactly. So on this hand, if you draw trumps, I mean, you'll still have 1 trump left, but ideally you want to trump a few diamonds. Yeah. I want to trump 2 more diamonds. So I would probably do that right now. I would play the 2 of diamonds. Let's see what you did.
Okay.
Okay, so you played a heart. And then another heart. Yeah, so now you've only got 1 heart left in the dummy.
Yes. Do you want to carry on?
Yeah, let's see. Okay, club to the 10 and ace, so that worked. Now, unfortunately, one thing you also might have noticed is that you don't have any entry because your hearts are bigger than the east hearts. So what I could have considered is actually keeping that king of hearts. You can see the hand here on the left still.
Yes.
I might have played the ace and the queen of hearts from my hand. I know normally you play high card from a short hand, but here I'd rather keep that ace.
Yeah.
Or you could throw away the 8 and keep your 6 to get to the 7 either way.
Yeah.
So now your king of clubs is a winner, but you can't get to it.
Get there.
Which is a pain. So let's see what.
And the thing in open, like in rookie, you might, because someone might play it, but in open, I noticed the big difference of going into open is they always stop your entries into dummy.
Yeah, like the player who's north is like an Australian champion.
Okay.
Paul Lavings. So I know both the north and south player here as well.
Don't make me feel, I don't feel too bad.
No, but actually the fact that you're playing in open is really good. And I would recommend anyone that is confident enough to actually play in open, because it's much better for your bridge than playing in rookie. You probably won't do as well, but you'll be improving a lot faster. You'll see what the good players are doing, and they won't let you get away with so many mistakes. So playing in open is really good.
Yeah. Okay, so I managed to get in there.
Yeah, so that was
Trump the diamond.
an error on her part. So she let you trump, and now you could play your king of clubs, throwing your spade.
Hopefully.
You did. Throwing a spade, beautiful.
Thanks to your lesson.
That's good. Quickly throw away that spade so you don't lose it. Trump back to hand.
Okay.
Okay, so I would probably play the jack of diamonds there, just in case the king might fall down underneath it. Sorry, the 10. The 10 might, if say South only had the 10 of diamonds instead of the 5. So you may as well play your jack of diamonds and then a diamond. On this hand, it won't matter because North had 2 diamonds, including the 10.
Yeah.
But just in case, may as well play your jack of diamonds and then a diamond. But I think you've got the rest of the tricks now. So you would have made 11.
Yeah, so
yeah, I think 11 should be a good score. I mean, some people might have been allowed to make 12 if North-South made a mistake, but
yeah, I think so. Yeah, okay.
But I would be happy making 11 because you can't make 12. I've got 2 aces.
But it was still very good to discuss. So
yeah, definitely.
So the next one.
Okay, so your partner made an interesting bid there of 4 no trumps. So she should definitely start out just by bidding a heart, because she bid 4 no trumps to ask for aces and then put you in 6 hearts, but you haven't actually promised any hearts when you open 1 diamond. You could have 0 hearts. You could be in a 4-0 fit.
Yes.
So the South hand has got heaps of points. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 20 points. So she is definitely interested in slam. So I see why she jumped to 4 no trumps, but best to just start with a heart. And if she had bid a heart, what would you have bid? After 1 diamond, 1 heart.
So I've got 8, 11. So I've opened a bit light because I've
got 12. You've got 12.
Have I got
the jack of diamonds?
Oh yes, I've got a sticky jack there. Yeah. So she went 1 heart. Then she's promising 4.
Yep.
I would go 1 no trump.
Perfect. Yep. 12 to 14 balanced. No 4 hearts.
Yes, the best. Sorry. Please, can you bring me my iPad? Thank you.
What is it?
Just charging in the hallway. Sorry, got a book goal.
That's all right.
Okay, so I would have gone 1 no trump to say partner. Yeah, I've just got the limit hand. Is that correct?
Yeah, 12 to 14, limited and balanced.
Thank you very much. And then she would
Then I think, I mean, she could do a bid which is quite complicated called quantitative, but I don't think you would know that yet or should know that yet. So,
I do know quantitative.
oh, you do? Yeah. Well, she could bid 4 no trumps to encourage you to go to slam, but it would still be
I don't think
trump.
she doesn't know that this time.
Okay.
Just forgive me. I'm just going to.
And on this hand, all the finesses work, so you actually can make.
I don't know what the lead was.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jess, do you work?
Do I work? Yeah.
Are you a teacher?
Yep, I teach bridge full time. Well, I'm not a high school teacher anymore. That's what I was.
So you teach bridge full time. This is your.
Mostly face to face, but as of this year, a lot of online.
I have to tell you that I think we, being like a COVID bridge baby, it's so much more useful, I think, than other people that have learned online. I think one thing is when I'm dummy, I can see Declarer's hand. Like when you're in person.
Yeah, you can't see anything.
So I learn when, like, I play the hand in my head. Obviously, I always do better than my partner.
Of course.
It's always great when you're sitting in dummy. No.
You're much more relaxed when the pressure isn't on you.
And the other thing with yours and Anita's lessons, because I started off with Liz and
Kay,
some other people's lessons, but they don't record them. Whereas yours and Anita's, you record them, and so I don't have to be available, and I also don't have to watch it until I've practiced and learned.
Yeah. Or if someone is being too slow, you could skip ahead, or you could watch a part again if you didn't get it. Or
yeah. So, and I've got those there now saved and
forever.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I think it's brilliant to go.
Yeah, I think it's good too.
Yeah. So I think I'm very, very lucky. So when you're teaching,
I think we haven't decided this for sure, but I think the plan for next year is to normally we just have 2 face-to-face, one Wednesday evening, one Thursday morning. I think we're just going to have one face-to-face and one on Zoom. We'll continue one on Zoom because it does tend to suit some people to be able to just watch it whenever they want, or save them the commute,
You'll get more people buying your lessons. Like I know I'm number 1 now. 44, not yet. Yeah. Thank you. Sorry, forgive me.
No, that's all right.
Okay.
I'll just grab a glass of water. I'll be back.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, thank you. Now I'm 100% paying attention. Yes, so I mean, I just feel very grateful that we learned this way. And my mum is in Perth. She also teaches bridge. She's not like not an ABF official bridge. She's just like someone who will help and mentor people.
Oh, that's nice.
And we've been able to spend a lot of time together.
Does she play? A lot of people in Perth I know play ACOL, which is a bit different.
No, she plays Standard American.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and she's the one that I have to play an open with her because our master
got too many points.
Her master points are too many. Mine are very lowly. Okay, so this one's 6 hearts.
Yep. So let's do your plan.
And I think I've put this in because someone did make it. So again,
Yeah, I think you can make this one.
Okay, so am I am north.
I think actually you can make 13 tricks.
Okay. So I've got a heart loser, a spade loser, no clubs, and a diamond loser. So 3. And the lead, I think I already played that, the lead.
Now here you actually made a brilliant play here of the 8. East made a mistake leading the 3 of diamonds. They actually should have led the 10 of diamonds.
Oh, for being a 10-9.
Top of touching on us, because you see here their partner had to cover your 8 with their king.
Yeah.
Which means now you're going to win the Queen of Diamonds and the Jack of Diamonds. Whereas if East had led the 10, it might go 10, Queen, King, Ace, and you'll only win 2 diamonds. Now you're going to win 3 diamond tricks. So you're off to a good start.
Okay. Don't know what I did next.
So what's your plan to get rid of your losers on this hand? So now you have no diamond losers, but you still have a heart loser and a spade loser. And you can have one, but not both.
So I would try the finesse on the spades because I've got, I mean, I can see it's going to work. So that's it. I would always go that way, like to the jack, and hopefully if the king goes on, then I take the ace and the queen and the jack are winners. Like I've got rid of that loser.
Yep.
On the
So definitely you're going to take the spade finesse at some stage. So play towards the queen, play towards the jack. Okay, what about hearts?
And the hearts.
This one's a bit more tricky to see.
Sorry?
This one's a bit harder to spot how you should play the hearts.
So I draw, because when I play my clubs, I need all hearts to be out.
Yes.
So
otherwise they'll trump you with the little 5 of hearts.
Yeah. So
that would be a disaster.
I haven't got a problem with entries, so I draw my hearts, ace, no, I can't see. I mean, obviously I can try for the finesse playing the 4 to the king.
Yeah, well, 4 to the king isn't a finesse because you will know that it will win.
Hoping to capture the queen is what I'm meaning.
4 to the jack, yep.
4 to the jack.
Definitely.
Okay, 4 to the jack, then ace king will draw out the rest of the trumps.
Yeah. So that's the key to the hand. So in spades, we're going to play from the north hand towards the queen, hope it wins.
Let's see if
and in hearts, we're going to play from the 4 to the jack and hope it wins. Okay. Now here, everything is...
no, I didn't do that.
Yeah, so it's the same, actually similar to the previous hand. So with the finesse, you've got to start from the weakness towards strength.
Okay.
So if you had played the 4 to the jack, it would have won. If you play out the jack, it won't work. So that's basically it. Let's see what happened after that. Okay. You can still make it because that should be the only trick you lose, I think. Okay, so you won the diamond. Play another heart. Yep. Did you do the spade finesse? We'll see. You did a heart. Okay. So right, you can still play ace of spades and rough of spade, but oh no, you've got no spade. You've got no heart left.
I mean, I would play my clubs, hoping that they will dump something.
Yes, now I'm not sure if you noticed here, if you undo one trick, so if you look at your south hand, because that's the easiest, you're going to win those 3 clubs and you're going to win that 9 of hearts for sure.
Yeah.
And you're going to lose the queen of spades. So you might not have realized that your jack of diamonds is the best diamond now. So here, if you actually played your jack of diamonds, throwing away your spade, then you will win the rest of the tricks. I think you just played another club back.
Yeah, I did.
I mean, it's hard to remember that that little jack is a winner.
No, yeah. I am getting better at that. I must admit, when I first started, I could hardly, you know what, I had to start with 13 jelly beans on my, and move them across as the trumps got played.
That's cute.
My mother told me to throw them away and get rid of it.
Not eat them as you draw trumps?
Yeah.
I would just eat them. Okay, 4 gone.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a few things that you could have done this hand. So you could take the spade finesse again because you did it once and it worked. You did that really early on. Or you could take the heart finesse, or you could dump it on the jack of diamonds. So you had a few options. I actually might take a little snip of this hand if you don't mind, because it's a really good one. I might keep it for a lesson.
Sure.
I won't put your name
You
in
want me
it.
to do a screenshot for you and send it to you, or you?
I've just got it, I think. I'll just save. This is a good one on finesses. I'm always on the lookout for good hands.
I send it to you?
Pardon?
I can send it to you. Send to member.
Oh yeah, Jess Break. Jess Break. Do you want to type slam finesses or something? Because there's quite a few good things in that one.
So it should be in your mail.
I'll have a look afterwards.
This
okay, so 1 club, you bid 1 heart, partner bid 3 hearts, and you bid 4. Perfect, nice auction. Perfect auction.
Okay. And lead is Queen of Clubs.
All right. So what are your losers? What's your plan?
So I am north. So I am north. So and hearts. What nice hearts. I've got 1, possibly 2 spade losers.
Yep. And which hand are you counting from for this hand? Because there's no long trump hand. The north hand or the south hand? Doesn't matter which you pick. North hand?
Count from the north hand because that's the one I'm playing.
Okay, yep.
So no clubs and 1 diamond if I can get rid of my.
Yeah, so I would still count this as 4 diamonds.
4 diamonds. Okay.
Yeah, if you count it as 1,
yeah,
you'll get into trouble.
I think this is where I'm going wrong because what happens is I count 3 losers and then all of a sudden when I'm down, I think, what the hell have I done?
Yeah, so if you count this as 1, thinking, oh, I've only, I can trump them, what you'll do is you'll draw trumps and then you won't have trumps and then you'll actually have 4 diamond losers instead of 1.
Okay, so I've got 1 spade. Do I count a heart?
No, hearts. I mean, hearts won't be a loser unless something very bad happens, like it splits.
Okay. Yeah.
Terribly, 5-0. So count it as none. If it turns into 1, we'll deal with that as it comes.
4 diamond losers.
Yeah, 4 diamonds.
Yeah. Okay. So 4, 5. 5 losers. And
so how can you get rid of diamond losers and how can you get rid of spade losers if possible?
So I think if I play my jack to the ace, I wouldn't play out the ace unless the queen fell. That would draw out 1.
Yeah, so I mean, spade is quite interesting. If you did play the ace of spades, because the ace of spades is kind of what I'd call like free. You can play the ace of spades, see what happens, and then decide what to do, because you still have the king and the jack. If you did see the ace of, if you did play the ace of spades and it went 10, 3, 2, I would think West probably only has one spade if they played the 10. I mean, they could have queen 10, but it's much more likely they have just the 10. It's something called restricted choice. I'm not sure if you've heard. That's quite an advanced, but I get the feeling you're very switched on. So something to look into.
I would think it was a weird one to play. So I would be.
Yeah, it is a really weird one to play.
I wouldn't play my spades again.
Well, if you have, let's assume that you've drawn trumps and you're playing the spades. If you did play the ace and it went ace, 10, 3, 2, you could actually pick up all the spades and not lose a single one, because it's kind of a finesse, what we call a marked finesse again. You now think that the queen and the 8 are with East, probably. If West played the 10, that's probably their only spade. So if you then played the 3 and West played the 6, you could then play the 7. Or if you played the 3 and East played the 8, you could play the 9. So you can always just beat their card with your card.
Okay. And is there any way you test it? So first draw the ace, and then if they happen to have the queen, it's just
bad luck. Yeah. So there is a chance they have 10 queen exactly, but the chance is small. It's much more likely they have just the 10 and East has the rest of the cards. Okay. So if you do want to read something, I don't know if you're into statistics or mathematics, something called restricted choice. It's very complicated. And normally I wouldn't dream of telling someone who has only been playing for a few months, but I think you would be okay. So it's a compliment. But yeah, just think about, it's pretty weird that they played the 10. That's probably their only card. I think East has probably got the rest of the spades, so I'm going to play as though they do. Okay. And if it turned out that West had 10 queen exactly, oh well, you'll lose one spade, but you'll still win 3.
Okay. All right.
So that's the spades. What are you going to do about those diamonds?
So you had said just on the spades, you said you're assuming I've drawn trumps. But if I've drawn trumps, I'm only going to have a trump in each hand. So
so I wasn't necessarily saying that you were playing trumps first, but you would only play spades once you'd drawn trumps.
Because I think we've got an absolute roughing opportunity with my diamonds and my clubs.
Definitely.
So I would go, and I hope I did that, I would go club, ding, ding, ding. Very annoying because I've got such high hearts.
Yeah.
But then if I use too many trumps, they'll trump something.
So on this hand, you actually have to pick, do I want to rough diamonds in the south hand, or do I want to rough clubs in the north hand? Ideally, you don't do both. I mean, this hand is a little bit tricky, which one you're going to pick.
I think you might find I might have ding, 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 ding.
Well, let's see what you did. So, yeah, so you played a heart. I wouldn't play any trumps at all because I definitely want to start the roughing.
Okay.
So you played one heart and played another heart. So I don't think you're going to be able to do too much ding, ding, ding because you've used up too many trumps.
Yeah.
So now you can only rough once in the south hand and once in the north hand. So I think it sounds to me like if you start counting the north hand as 4 losers, you'll be able to make your plan a little bit better in future.
My spades. See, I didn't even do the spade correctly.
Yeah, well, I mean, that is really hard to see. I wouldn't expect most people to do that. But definitely playing one of the diamonds or clubs earlier, well definitely a diamond because you're in the north hand, would be achievable. The spade thing is a little bit tricky. I mean, you're still going to win a spade trick.
Yeah, I think I went down now.
But you're just going to lose 2 clubs now and a diamond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can see a number of errors there that I would just, even drawing 2 of my trumps for just their 1 was costly when I, lost that.
Yeah, exactly. You want to do some trumping first. Like, I normally say trump with the short trump hand. Because there's no short trump hand, it's even. You just pick one hand to be the hand that you're going to trump with. So trump, 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 and then draw trumps.
Yeah.
And then you do your spades at the end.
I opened that hand and I went 1 spade loser, 1 diamond loser. This is easy.
Yeah, exactly. So you're like, oh, only 1 diamond, 1 spade. How can I go wrong?
You get to the end and you're like, what happened?
Actually, it's 5 losers.
Okay, I'm gonna save that one and just.
So yeah, with the counting of losers, assume that you've played all your trumps, even though you're not going to. But it's as if you've played all your trumps from top to bottom. Then you've played all your other suits from top to bottom. Okay. How many cards will be ending up as losers at the end? And then if you've got too many, then you might not draw trumps.
Okay.
Okay. Action is normal.
This is my mum, Nikki O. That's my mum. So again, we'll be playing in open, so no.
Yeah. I think the North-South players are from Vaucluse. It's crazy. It's ridiculous how many bridge players I know. It's sad.
But it's even like I just know them by their
handles. Yeah, the BBNS.
I see people at the golf club. Oh, it's Lizzie, and
yeah.
Okay, so 2 spades east.
Okay, let's see what they led first. Nothing to say about the bidding. So now it's okay. Top of Dublin's a bit interesting. Would have actually been better for you if they'd led a heart, which is probably more the normal lead, but that's all right. So they led a diamond. Okay. And let's see what they did next. Probably another diamond. Oh no, a club.
Yes, now I think it's quite suspicious when someone doesn't lead back their partner's suit.
Well, in this case, it's not really suspicious because the west hand is dummy and they can see there's the king, queen there and weakness and clubs. So it's not really weird to play back a club.
Okay. So because my mind would say, okay, maybe they've got the singleton and the other one's got all the diamonds, that they didn't play it back. Okay, so
they played the ace. Then they might play another diamond now. Let's see. No, they played a club. That's fine. So you're in now.
Okay. So I've got.
So one thing you might have wanted to think about is what you're going to win the club, right? If you just undo or previous trick. Yeah, and then it goes to, it's not card by card, is it? It's trick by trick. That's okay. So when she plays a club, you have to decide which side you want to win. But if you play, a small one, you're going to crash. So that's fine. You win with the east hand, with the jack. And you've lost 2 tricks already. The ace of clubs and the ace of diamonds. And how many losers do you have in spades and hearts?
So spades, I've got 1.
Maybe 2. 1 if you're lucky.
Okay, so is there maybe 2 because the honors are split?
Well, imagine if the queen is beaten by the king, you will lose 2 further spade tricks. You'll win the ace and then you'll lose 2 and then you win the rest. Okay. If your queen wins, if the finesse works, you'll only lose 1. But if the finesse loses, you'll lose 2. So I would actually count it as 2 spade losers.
Err on the side of caution and say 2.
So I always assume like finesses are going to lose when I'm counting, but I always assume that the suit isn't going to divide like 5-0 because that's so unlikely, whereas a finesse is 50-50.
So 2 on the hearts.
Yeah.
because either the queen or the jack may come good. So the ace,
Club
I've
and a
already lost
diamond.
the ace of diamonds, so no more in diamonds and no more in clubs.
Yeah. So I think we've got 6 losers.
Yeah. I think that's what my problem is. My problem is I'm not counting the losers negatively enough. I'm glass half
more
full.
pessimistic in a way, so you can account for more things. Now, to be honest, I don't think you're going to make this hand on the diamond lead because the finesse doesn't work in spades. So let's see what happened next. You won the jack. Now you really want to get to the west hand. So yep, diamond is good. Because you want to play a spade towards the queen, I'm guessing. And it doesn't work. Shame. So now...
Very South African thing to say, shame.
Shame, is it?
And then...
Now North trumped, and then they might play a diamond and South might trump. Let's see. On an ace of hearts.
Actually, they didn't.
Let's see.
I love it when people lead aces.
Okay, and now...
I'm just tanking big time.
Yeah. So you've lost 6 tricks already. There's nothing you can do. You can just play a spade to the ace now and claim giving them one more. Okay. So yeah, I probably wouldn't play my queen to trump there. I'd probably just play a spade. So if you go previous trick, if you just click previous.
Okay.
So see how your east hand is all spades?
Yes.
Nothing else. So trumping in the east hand, which is the long trump hand, isn't achieving anything because you've already got those long spades that are going to win. So I would just try and play spades now. If you're lucky, South will just have 1 spade and North will just have 1 spade, and you'll just win 4 more tricks. So it's not like that on this hand. You're going to lose 1 more spade, but certainly if you trump with the east hand, you might be giving up a trick that you don't have to. Let's imagine South just has the jack of spades and North just has the 4 of spades.
I should play the 7 to the ace.
Yeah, exactly.
And hopefully it'll draw the jack and the 4 out. Okay.
Yeah. Whereas if it was 1-1 and you trump with a little one, she can over trump you. And if you trump with the ace, she'll throw something away and win the jack later. But as I said, it didn't matter on this hand, but it's just a good idea. So you don't really want to trump with the east hand. You just want to draw the trumps.
All right. So I just didn't really count my losers very well here.
But yeah, I think you would go down. You would make 7 tricks. You just got 1 less, I think, but you would still go down normally. Because it was a nasty split.
I'll make this the last one.
Okay.
This is also in the open.
Yeah.
My mum, so 3 hearts. So my mum and I, we do losing trick count, so I guess.
Yeah, I mean, ideally.
Maybe she would have. My mum's also a maverick.
Well, I mean, she's kind of forced to here. If I had gone 1 heart by North and East had passed, I think South would just bid 2 hearts. But because East bid 2 spades, she's kind of forced into bidding 3 hearts. It's not ideal, but you don't want to pass either with 4 hearts. So I think 3 hearts is normal.
Yeah, and she also likes to push me.
It's a shame that you had a bare minimum opening here.
Okay, so should I not have opened?
No, I definitely would open. Yeah, it's just a minimum, but it is an opening. You've got 11 and nice shape, 5-4, and you've got sharp cards. Yeah, definitely would open.
All right, so the lead was King of Spades.
Yep. Okay, so you've lost 1 already, and let's count the rest of your losers now.
So I've got
Counting from North's point of view, because North has got the long trumps, even though it's now even.
Okay. So I'm going to lose the Queen of Hearts, possibly.
Yep. We'll assume the worst.
Yes. And the ace, so 2 diamonds.
Yep.
And 1, maybe 2 clubs. I'll bank on 2 clubs.
Yep, 2 clubs.
Yeah.
And then you've lost 1 spade.
I've lost 1.
So that's 6 tricks.
Wow.
And you only want to lose 4. Well, you can still lose 4, but you want to get rid of 2 somehow.
So king. Okay, so obviously the hearts are going to fall nicely.
Solve themselves, yeah.
The queen's going to come out very nicely.
Yep, so that means you just need to get rid of 1 more after that.
Yeah, so I would probably, in the heart, play the 3 through to try and see if I can finesse the jack, and it will luckily capture the queen.
Yep, so on this hand, have you heard of the phrase 8 ever, 9 never?
Yes, I have.
So here, because you have 9 hearts, actually your normal play would be to play the ace and the king of hearts and hope that the queen falls. Now here it would fall on the first one actually, so you wouldn't even need to.
I think I would have done that. So.
Yeah, because you have 9. If you only had 8, let's say you just had it as it is now, king 9 4 3, then a finesse would be right. Playing towards the jack and hoping that it wins.
Okay.
So just because you've got 9.
Yeah. Then
so can you get rid of diamond losers or club losers somehow?
So diamonds. So the club again, I think, is a finesse. You play the queen or the jack through to the ace, and luckily it'll work.
Well, this club situation is actually a little bit interesting. If you had queen, jack, 10 in the south hand, then you would definitely do that. You'd play the queen. If west covers with the king, you'll win the ace, and then you've got the jack and the 10, so you'll win 3 tricks. Here, because you don't have the 10, oh, sorry, my bird's just sneezing or something. I think it's okay. Sorry. So here,
if you check.
No, my partner's just gone over. It's okay. Just I've never heard that sound before. Could you hear it? I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was a sneeze or
like he was sneezing.
Okay, it's all right. Sorry. So yeah, as you have queen, jack, 5, if you imagine you play the queen, west covers with the king, you win your ace. Now you've only got the jack, but you'll still lose the 10. So you're only going to win 2 club tricks and you'll still lose 2. Well, you can rough 1.
That again, please.
So if you play the queen, and we're hoping west has the king, let's say they cover with the king, and you play your ace.
Yeah, I've only got the jack, correct.
I've only got the jack. So you actually can't really afford to use 2 cards to capture the 1 card.
Yeah, I've actually got Anita's lesson and I've played it, where she does the suit combinations.
Oh, yeah.
She's got certain ones, the way to play them. So I think I might need to.
Yeah, I haven't seen what she's got, but this is probably one of them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, here it's a little bit tricky. You could just play a small one towards the jack and hope it wins. Let's say we hope the east has got the king. That's probably what I would do. But here it wouldn't work either. Okay. We'd play the 2. Okay. East would play the 7. You'd play the jack. West would win the king. Then we'll be in the same situation. We've got the ace and the queen. Yeah. That's all right. You'll probably be able to trump 1 later. And as you said, the heart reveals itself.
And the diamonds I as well, because they're even, you can't rough them.
Yeah, you can't do anything in those diamonds. Having 3 opposite 3 is not ideal. So let's just see what you did. But okay, so I probably would have played hearts first, just because you have got enough hearts that you can afford to draw trumps and then rough. But that's okay. You played the clubs perfectly, actually. Club towards the jack, so that was a good play.
So I have a feeling that what I'm doing, I'm trying to get into this hand to play the jack. So I think I am trying for the finesse. Let's just guess that.
Okay, let's see what happens.
I think that's what I erroneously am doing.
Okay, so you win with the north hand, and then... Okay, so you played the heart to the ace, then that was good. And now you're drawing trumps, that's fine. You play one more possibly. Okay, no, you play a club. And now...
So
the club's actually divided 3 and 3. So all your clubs are winners now, but let's see what... Okay, so I mean, I probably wouldn't play a diamond, especially because there's still a heart left, but that shouldn't have cost you, so you should still be okay. 10, you win your ace. Yep, and now you know your ace of clubs is a winner. So let's see if you have drawn the last heart. I think you've just forgotten to play this heart. Yeah, you trumped your own trick here.
Yes, I know. I remember now this hand when you played. I remember my mum telling me, you took the ace of clubs was good. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it is hard to remember. So if you had, that's one of the benefits also of, first of all, having a firm plan in your mind, but also just kind of finishing one suit if you can. You can't always, but finishing one suit before you go on to the next. So on this hand, if you had played hearts, so you'd drawn on the hearts and then played clubs, it's easier to remember that the club is high. Whereas if you're playing hearts, then clubs, then diamonds, then back to clubs, it's much, much harder to remember that 8 of clubs is a winner.
I think you're absolutely right there.
So yeah, if you had just drawn the hearts or played a heart towards the ace, you'll see the queen pop. Keep going till the hearts are all done. Then play the club exactly as you did, the 2 to the jack. Then you'll play all your clubs, and you don't even need to touch the diamonds till the end because you can't really achieve anything with those diamonds.
Okay. All right.
And then I think you would have got it no problem.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. I think we're a bit over time. That was very, very useful. Thank you.
Good.
And I think I'm going to go and practice that again, and I will do the combination. So now I think I just need to focus on being a pessimist with my losers and planning the hand. And as you say, just keeping track of the one, if you do the one suit instead of flitting here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, you can't always, sometimes you do need to cross with another suit so you can take the heart, the trump finesse or whatever, but more often than not, you can like finish all the trumps and then play your next longest suit or whatever it is.
All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well,
hopefully
thank
that
you
was
very
of
much.
use.
And we'll